Hello colleagues, this is Tim Hewitt-Coleman, and you know what, we're in day 22 of lockdown here in South Africa, and lockdown makes us all think and question, well, what if things aren't going to be available for us the way we think that they are? What if we need to become uncertain about things like electricity and things like water? So I want to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, is water, and rainwater harvesting in particular. So here we've got at our property in Warmer, this rainwater tank here. It's been gunked up for years and years and years with leaves and debris and everything. It's a mess inside there. But let's see if we can resuscitate it and get it to do some good work for us. So water tanks like this were very common before the plastics industry was able to develop them at more competitive prices. But very often we'd find that water tanks like this, corrugated iron, they're rusted, and you assume they're going to be full of leaks and not worth doing anything with. But have a closer look, because very often these were lined with concrete on the inside, and it is actually the concrete on the inside. You can see here's concrete. Actually, the concrete on the inside of these tanks that cause it to be waterproof and allow us to then apply waterproofing later on. And there's all kinds of very good technology that we can apply through paint, expensive paints, that can make this waterproof again. Here we go, guys. Wish me luck. These that are growing in here. Now there's a thick layer. You can see where the spade here, about 250 mil of black soil. It's accumulated over the years. I'm bucketing it out. It'll be great for potting soil and for seedlings and getting the garden going. Okay, nice and clean now. I've managed to take out a thick pile of black soil at the bottom there. Managed to dump it quite neatly here so I can reuse it in the garden. That's good stuff. The inner surface here seems in good condition, so to be able to seal it with a rubberized paint of sorts shouldn't be too much of a problem. We need to think through how to get the tap connection to work. Now we've installed a tap on the outside, a valve, simple valve that you get at any irrigation place, and there was a hole here that goes through the corrugated iron and through the concrete, and I've put a tank connector through there, screwed it in the one side and filled it up with a huge gunk of marine silicon, both on the inside and the outside, and let's pray that it holds water. So you ask, what is a tank connector? Friends, it's a simple, cheap fitting that you'll find at any irrigation supply. So you drill a hole with a circle cutter through your tank if it doesn't really have a hole, and that goes in through the one side, and then you can imagine the tank coming there. You put the seal, the rubber gasket this side, and then the other piece of the fitting is simply this that screws on that side. So that gives you a nice tight connection, and then you can screw into the inside. You can screw any fitting there and then attach any valve you need to have. So that's called a tank connector. For those of you that don't know, but just ask the guys at the hardware store. They know what a tank connector is. So colleagues, this is marine silicon. You get different varieties. You can get them at any builder supply store or hardware store. This one is 88 Rand. What is that in US dollars? Geez, $5 probably. Okay, but the real great thing about this is it seals, and it can remain sealed underwater. Use one of these guns, they're very cheap, and it lasts indoor, outdoor. It lasts a long time, so you can use it for these kinds of applications very easily. So the good news, colleagues, is that it's rained a little bit overnight, just in time. You can see the water is holding in the tank. I don't see any leaks coming out the bottom there at all. Didn't rain very much. The water falls quite nicely down the little downpipe. We've got a lot of work to do to fix these gutters, but it is picking up this huge expanse of outbuilding roof here. which is great. So I'm waiting for more rain to come, but at least I know that we can capture some water here, and every little drop counts. Keep this garden going. You can see we've got a little orchard going on there, a little veggie garden. All of that needs water, and it's too precious not to keep every single drop. So there it is, guys. Little backyard water project there. Tell me what you guys are doing out there during lockdown. Lockdown is the time for us to fix things up, to get things working, take stock of what we have, think a bit, dwell a bit, and just generally take care. Cool. Talk later, guys. Ciao.